All righty. I just tested something out. It is so loud right here. Look at how, I'm gonna walk down a little bit. I'm hoping that this wind is not going, ooh, look at the tides coming in. Because it's so windy out here and I'm dressed up like, I got a snow jacket on, I have a hoodie on, I have a beanie on, I have my hood pulled up, I have gloves. And it's really like not that cold here. It's just that super windy and I don't want to get an ear infection or a cold because I'm still fighting my allergies and I still have to take that medication every day. So not happy about that. I'm not a medication person. I don't like to take any kind of pills for any reason. Even if it's a headache, I'd rather just go lay down. Okay, so this morning I was like, I had just woke up. I hadn't like literally done anything. Oh, this is Lord Bennett's. That's the Sunset Motel. Lord Bennett's. That's a fine dining restaurant. When I was, I don't remember, 15 or 16, I went to dinner there. I went to dinner there a couple times, but I went to dinner there with Delbert Mallory and Clint Paskowitz. And it was prom, and I had 2 dates, Clint Paskowitz and Delbert Mallory. But I ordered chicken, and I remember that my 2 dates are dressed up like me, you know, matching with me, so it was funny. And it's just hilarious that when I walked past there, I just remembered that. Anywho, so once we got to 58 and there wasn't any snow or ice on the ground and we were going, I saw one of those long nose big rigs. Oh man, on 38, totally went off the ledge. It was after Scottsburg, and they had these big old tow trucks trying to pull it back up. I was like, wow. And then a couple miles down the road, there was a 4-car pileup. I was like, what the heck is happening? Why are all these accidents? I have never seen so many accidents in one trip that was supposed to take 5.5 hours. So you can't go down this one either. That's a private. It goes to their houses. So many. I travel quite a bit, and I was like really surprised at how many accidents that I saw. Why is this chained off? I bet you this is somebody's parking spot. I bet you they go there and park. I bet you this parking space goes to that house. It's kind of hard, like, see that's how far I have to walk to get to the stairs, but look at all that wood. I'm gonna have to drive there. Look at that wood. Ooh, look at that one. The tide is really coming in. It sounds super windy. Kind of feels a little windy, but it's not like the kind that just shoves me into the ditch kind. Anyway. So we don't have any service inside the room unless we use their Wi-Fi. Ooh, and they have a hot tub, which I'm so using tonight. I'm so glad that I brought. I thought maybe, because like in the past, I've not brought anything, and then I was like, oh, well, I don't have anything, and I'm not gonna go buy anything. We tried to go, we got up this morning, we drove all the way to Coos Bay, because my son wanted to do like a little bit of shopping, but he's really not in the mood, so I don't know why. And he bought like a shirt and some socks. We're socks people. I am wearing Smurfs. The Smurfs today. And then we had to drive all the way back because we still had to we checked in the room last night, but we didn't register because they were already closed. So we had a reservation. And then I had to go finish, you know, giving him all that stuff. I probably shouldn't walk down this far. The tsunami evacuation route. So much money spent on that. I gotta get off the road. And these pimpos are like, oh, it's so annoying. It's another YouTube vlogger. It's a YouTuber. Although, you know, if I was going to give advice for YouTubers, it's true that I've built my channel slowly, but it's organic. Like, I don't do the new trends. I'm a faceless channel, which that's kind of like channels with faces grow faster. I'm a faceless channel, so I'm gonna grow slower. I get a lot of my subscribers because I hand out my YouTube business card. And I just tell them, oh, that's my ID. Pull out my ID. I hope that you guys couldn't see that. No, you couldn't. Okay. Because I brought my ID and the credit card or my bank card that has the least amount of money. So I hand these out usually when I talk to people or whatever, if they show interest. I hand out my business cards. And I have to tell them I don't sell anything. I don't promote anything. It's just, you know, it's a music channel, or it's a music videos to good music to beautiful to things I see, and then vlog my daily life. Right here on this corner there was a hotel that was part of the motel that's at the end of this street. It was called the Gorman Motel. I'm sure I've told you the story where I was with my grandfather when I was a teenager and I found her class ring. Oh, what? That one's gone too? Oh, dang. But I stayed in a room. There used to be a pool right here, a big pool. And then there was like 10 rooms maybe. There was 5 on top, 5 on the bottom, and then an L-shaped. So there was like another 2-story building that ran right here. And you went in, and this used to be a parking lot back there. I rented room 25 for like 4 months when I was homeless. This was like way before Miss Gorman passed away. My son was like, oh, because she was like super rich. My son's like, oh man, her family probably got a ton of money. And I just laughed and I told him, dude, Mrs. Gorman looked like Cruella de Vil and she drove the Cruella de Vil car. I'm not kidding. And her husband was like 35 years younger than her. So I'm pretty sure he got it all. But yeah, she was not a very happy lady. I felt bad for her. Like, people are like, oh, I don't feel bad for people who are super rich. It's not even about money. Like, misery comes in all shapes and sizes. And when you see somebody who's so miserable all the time, that empathy inside you just can't help but feel sorry. Like, I did feel bad for her. I don't know why she was miserable. I really don't. My grandfather and her knew each other since they were like really young. There was only 13 kids in their class. So he knew her, you know, really closely. I walked all the way down here. Another beach hotel. There used to be a big one right here. This was the beach parking lot, but it used to have a parking lot. It had a garage parking lot, covered parking. One time I was dating this guy that got pulled over by the cops, and he had this big 1979 old Chevy, and he wedged it into a parking space underneath that thing, and they could not tow it out. So they just had to write him a ticket and call it a night. And then he called me and said, hey, can you go get the truck? I'm like, yeah. Because I'm always legit. I don't drive unless it's legit. Well, look at some of this stuff. Of course, all my normal people from Bandon are like, why? We are here. There. But I'm gonna walk out down through here. Trying to give my son some time to just take a nap and enjoy himself, just rest. And then I gotta run around and do videos as best that I can. You know, like the weather's not exactly working with me. There's a puffin. It's a puffin. Maybe I should get a picture of it. There we go. There's the puffin. The puffin, puffin, puffin. Do you want to see what it's made out of? Well, here's a lighter. Here's a handle. Here's some chapstick. Here's a paintbrush handle. Here's a door for the door to go in. Here's a tire. Chunks of tires. This is like oh no, it's not. So it looks like it's all done out of plastic stuff. I'm not feeling like really like there's any metal. Which makes sense because metals rust pretty fast. But it's gonna make all these screws rust. So here's another lighter. Here's like a wrench. Oh, this is, oh, it feels like hard plastic though. Here's like a staple gun or something. There's another lighter. There's a comb. There's another lighter up there. And it looks like road cone or something. I don't know what this white stuff is. Some kind of white plastic. It's got like caps and stuff for the feet. Pretty cool. I'm gonna call him Edgar because that's what it says. Edgar. I'm gonna call him Edgar. Edgar. The puffin, puffin, puffin. I don't know. You have to pause. Combs, lighters, paintbrush handles, flip-flops, a bicycle seat, and fishing poles. I did not see any fishing poles or a bicycle seat. Still not seeing a bicycle seat. Because there is no way that you could shred up that bicycle seat. This is the bottom of a shoe. A boot. I'm about to wash my hands so good after this. That's why I like wearing gloves, but I didn't want to wear full fingers. because it's hard for me to pause or stop or take a picture. Oh, that wind is kicking. It's a kicking. Kicking up. Oh, look, he's walking his puppy dog. His puppy after dark. I wish I could bring Bruce on excursions. But unfortunately, I can't. I took him on one time. And some lady had pet rabbits or something, and she decided to let them free as I was walking by their apartment complex. And needless to say, Bruce drugged me so far. I held on to that leash like my life depended on it. And I got drugged through gravel, sidewalk, parking lot, laying down. But, I mean, I got 15 pounds on him this time. But I don't know if my 15 pounds, that's Elephant Rock, is going to, like, I don't want to fight him. It's so hard. Man, it is unbelievably windy right here. I was trying to get the right angle for Elephant Rock. I had to go around this little indent, alcove. Ugh. Dang, it is kicking. I still can't get a very good angle of that. There's the water coming through. There it goes. There she blows. Maybe I can get a picture of it as it hits. I'm just taking a ton of photos. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe the wind. I don't know why I'm saying that. This is Bandon. One time it was so windy, I was walking past there's this place called the Quarter Deck and Fraser's. Back when I was a kid, they were like right there together. I don't know if they're still the Quarter Deck and the Fraser's, I just didn't look. But I was walking in between, and they had these big picture windows, and it was a massive storm, and everybody was trying to get home, and I decided that because the electricity was gonna go out, we all knew it, so I decided that I would go and get my kids. I ordered them dinner from the restaurant, and I was picking it up, and as I was walking past the picture window, it just exploded. I was unscathed. You know, like completely unscathed. But it was loud. I was like, whoa. And then one time when I was like 15, my mom was dating this guy called Jim Gagnon. And I come home from school, me and my brother and my sister, and he's like sitting on the couch, and he had like a bunch of his friends over, which was not, he didn't live there. They were just dating. So he was like using my mom's house when we weren't home as a hangout pad with him and his friends. But I got home earlier, and I don't know who David S. Pitkin is. Anyway, I got home earlier, and he was like, you know, smoking the reefer in my mom's house. My mom was gonna have a total conniption. And so I told him, hey dude, like mom's gonna trip out, man. You gotta like get you and your friends out of here and get the smell gone. My brother and sister are gonna be home. And he just like panicked, and he jumped up, and I don't know if he pushed me or if I stumbled backwards. I really can't, I never was able to distinguish between that of what exactly happened, because it happened so fast. And when I stepped, or stumbled backwards or he pushed me backwards. I have no idea. I landed in this like swivel chair type thing that my mom had. She had like, they're like really popular in the 80s. And my head flipped back and it hit we had this big, huge living room window, shattered. And then the chair, because it was a swivel chair, swiveled backward, it flipped backwards and I went out the window. But not till after the glass had already come. Like, it was like weird how it all happened. And my head was, like I was seeing like checkers, like black and white checkers. And I couldn't like focus my vision or speak. I could not speak. Like I was like in this weird, stunned state of things. And then he like pulled me back through, dragged me down my hallway to my bedroom, and I did try to fight, but it was like my arms and legs were like weak, and like they just were, it was like I was Gumby. It was like being Gumby, like I was like this rubber person. And then shoved me into my room and he shut the door. Well, my room was an add-on that was added onto the house later. So it still had the old doorknob on it where you can lock my bedroom door from the outside, you know? And we just never had switched it because it was never anything that was ever used. And he'd locked it, I didn't realize that, and I was laying on my floor. Sometime later, when it was evening time, because it was dark, and when I came to, it was dark in my room. So I tried to turn my light on, but he had shut the electricity off to my room. And I was like, what? So, you know me. Resourceful me. Always have a backup plan. So I had flashlights, extra lights, candles, all that kind of stuff. Lit my room up. And then I'm sitting there and my window didn't open. So I tried to shoot it out with my BB gun. It didn't work. All I did was put a nick in the window and it ricocheted back and hit me in the leg. Bad idea. So then I ended up beating on my window, couldn't get anybody's attention. Sat in my room, read for a while, and then my neighbor, Kim Watkins' mom, she came home and I saw her in her kitchen. I'm beating on my window, jumping up and down, waving my arms, taking my flashlights, like beating them back and forth. Never paid attention to me. It was only until after I had this crystal pyramid thingy that I was able to like get some light going, some light colors that caught her attention. And then she was like staring at me from her house to my house. She can't hear me. And I'm like trying to like writing, call my mom on like pieces of paper and trying to post it up, call my mom. So then she called my mom. And my mom was like, that's weird. Why doesn't she, you know, like that's just so weird. Something's wrong. Go over there. So she came over and let me out of my room. And I was hot. Like hot mad. Hot mad. Because my mom was at work. She was a bartender. So by this time, it's like 8, 9 o'clock at night. My brother and sister are still not home. That's because he picked them up and took them out to dinner and was keeping them away from the house. I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, that, needless to say, that ended that relationship. Like all on its own. It was the weirdest thing. And my brother and sister after that realized that if somebody's trying to keep us apart, that they need to like think my brother was only like 13, 14. My sister had to have been like 11, something like there. But they were excited because going out to eat wasn't a normal occurrence for them. You know, I was already going out to eat with like my friends and stuff all the time. I'm gonna cut across this. I walked a lot for 25 minutes. Oh my goodness. This is a long vlog of me just yapping. Look at all the mushrooms right there. I know my son's like, there's lobster, there's a matsutake, which are pines, for those of you that don't know the difference. They're the same. Pines and matsutakes are the same. Lobsters, shanties, aka chanterelles. Whew. I know, I can't even believe the weather. It's so windy. I ate just before I came out here because I was like trying to give my son like a little bit of time to get some more rest because he worked like a lot. And he never takes time off, and this is his first time taking a time off in a year since he started working for them. Like, he never calls in sick. They call him, and he's always got to cover people because he's in management. So he doesn't get extra time off. Whew. I think I'm sweating. I think I'm way overdressed. I think 2 pairs of pants were too much. I'm gonna have to like get my stuff down some. Whew. This was quite the jaunt. Look at all the flowers right here. It smells good right here. Oh, those are those Elysiums. I love the way they smell. They just have a nice, sweet, soft smell. There's a big old crab pot. Ooh, I love that. That's cool. Such pretty yards. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Ooh, I like that entrance. I would have so many lights for my front. I would put a lot of lights there. I love these. I would love to get a piece of like this for my yard. I love that. He's got kind of cool. He's got whales over there. It's cute. I like the more natural. I do think it's cool. Oh, I love that fan thing. Except for I think it would be cooler if it was just a propeller instead of a sun. Would have been just cooler if it was just a propeller. Like a boat propeller or something. Plane propeller. Cool. Walking against it. This is missing its whole top piece. Used to have this glass top piece that sat on top of it. It's missing the whole top. Oh my goodness. I see sunset. But I'm actually in the rooms that face the ocean. They were a little bit more expensive, the $160 a night. But really, oh, there's a popo. I totally didn't notice it till way later. Ooh, I love the boat. When you split it 2 ways, it's not that expensive. Not considering what we got. Ooh. I swear, when I get to that ramp going down to our room, I'm ending the vlog, and I'm peeling off some of this stuff. I've already peeled off one glove. But I have like headphones on with the mic to try to help block wind to see how this is working. It's like kind of like a test. Doesn't matter because every test that I do, even if it's a failure, I still post it. I really like those. Not so close together, but I do love the style. I think the style is cool. I'm so tired. So tired. Sweating. Oh, there's still a couple purple flowers on that bush. This is pretty. I wonder what it is. Doesn't really smell like anything. But I'm going to pick this. And we put it in a plastic container. I'll let it dry out. And then I'll try to grow it. And then if it grows, then I'll figure out what it is. So close. Devil's Kitchen. Oh my gosh, we used to party there so much when I was a kid. China Creek is a long ways away too. Devil's Kitchen. It's because it's a long staircase down and it's a long walk on the beach to get to the bonfire. So we could see the police for a good 15 minutes and sit there, party for another 10. And just as they hit the sand, getting close to us, we scatter. Run off into the woods. We used to do it so much. Back when like Ron Wample and Deke were the popos in town. It's way back in the day. My plan was to peel all this stuff off, but now I have a handful of seeds. It doesn't ever quite work the way I planned. I'm gonna go up and take a picture of this because I think it's cute. Cute. All right, peace, love, and happiness. Talk to you later. May peace be with you always. Have a wonderful day. Bye.